Hello, thanks for joining us here at Hail Trace. I'm meteorologist Christine Gormley, and happy Friday. Today we're going to talk about severe weather for the southeast, and that severe weather is going to continue for the far southeast for your Saturday. And yesterday's storm reports are from the same system. We're going to get into those details as well here in just a couple minutes. But before we get into that, we have some events for you guys. March 12th, 2024, we got Raising Hail webinar. You can go scan that QR code at the top for more information on that. You can register at Hail Trace Facebook event. So go to our Facebook page, register for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you can also check us out in Dallas on March 14th through the 16th. And you guys can register again on our Hail Trace Facebook page with this discount code called Trace. Pretty cool, get a discount, scan that QR code, take a picture, whatever you got to do, but check us out at that in Dallas, so on those days. So right now, we've got a lot going on. We've got severe weather in the southeast right now, just one severe thunderstorm warning if it's even still going on, but we've got some rain to talk about for this area. It's moving off to the east. We did get some flooding along this highway here just east of Jackson. You can see that heavy rain right there, this heavy rain band. So lots of thunder and lightning in that for sure. And that's what's going on right now in the southeast. Lots of rain for Oklahoma City as well, maybe some thunder and lightning for that area as well. No severe storms for that area. That cold front, you can see that came down. It's in the 40s here in Oklahoma City and 60s and warm down in the southeast, so that'll be exactly what we need for severe weather today. You can see this trough just moving off to the east, giving us that lift for these storms, and it's that's what's going on right now. So taking you into a zoomed in look on what's going on right now. Here's Highway 59. That severe thunderstorm warning is on Highway 59 right now, moving east. Not a whole lot of major hail right now that could ramp up this afternoon and this evening as this progresses east. It is a little messy right now, so not a lot of isolated thunderstorms or isolated supercells right now. It is pretty messy, but here's what we're looking at for hail, for your hail forecast for today, for Friday. All of this here in the eastern part of Texas was really from earlier this morning, so it's really starting to move off to the east. So we're looking at possibly an inch and a half, maybe some golf balls at the most. For hail sizes, we do have a medium, or I should say is level 2 out of 4 risk, or out of 5 risk for that. So I'd say moderate for this middle part of the swath here, and Mobile does have a chance to see maybe some little bit of hail later, but not a big chance. And then Shreveport earlier today. So as that system moves off to the east, you guys are going to see more this afternoon, higher chance possibly for some larger hail if you guys can get some of the isolated activity going into this afternoon. So same thing with the wind forecast for today. We're looking at moderate chance for some high winds, severe thunderstorm parameters, 58 to 60 mile per hour winds are expected from this, especially tomorrow as this moves off to the east. So definitely have to keep you guys updated about that. So today's tornado forecast, we also have a chance to see some tornadoes possible. There's for most of you guys in the southeast, it'll be a low threat, but for some of you, it will be a moderate threat for tornadoes, where you guys can get those rotating updrafts and those isolated supercells. And that's really going to be in this middle area here, just south of Jackson, Alexandria, in the central portions of Louisiana and Mississippi, and even portions of Alabama this afternoon and this evening. That's where like I said, our updraft is the highest and that rotation is the strongest in that area. So that's what we're really looking for some tornadoes possible and some high winds today. So, so Shreveport, low risk, that's kind of moving past you guys right now, but the risk is still there. This was mainly for tornadoes, so low risk for you guys down here. And Alexandria, Alabama, moderate to high risk, anywhere in that middle central portions of Mississippi and Alabama, Jackson. moderate to high, and some lower chances for the rest of you guys on this map. So looking at what this kind of looks like on future radar going into this afternoon, we can see that line of storms just moving off to the east, and you might see some embedded supercells within this. The shear rate is high enough to see embedded supercells, embedded thunderstorms, embedded circulation is what we need for tornadoes, and that's what the supercells are. And there's the shear, which is that circulation, is very prominent in this central region of the risk area. So south of Jackson along Highway 59 this afternoon around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it's going to move east, and that will form into a line. It's going to be more organized, and that's when the wind threat continues along Highway 65 going into this evening and overnight tonight. As it moves east, the severe risk will sort of kind of dwindle down as it moves off to the east this tonight for this area. So tomorrow we have another risk for severe storms in the far southeast, and I'll get to that here in just a minute from the same system that's moving across the southeast today. But we have to talk about instability when we talk about severe storms, and the instability is high enough to support that for sure in Louisiana and portions south of Jackson, Mississippi, and Alabama for sure going into this afternoon and this evening. So the ingredients are there. There are some things that might make hail not so much of an issue, but more of a tornado and a wind threat for you guys down in the southeast. So this is what that low pressure system looks like. Lots of moisture, lots of warm air being moved into the southeast, and that's what we need for severe storms. So that's definitely there, and there's lots of ascent and a lot of motion going on in that, and that's what we need. So the same system went through the plains yesterday. We forecasted that for you guys, and here's those storm reports from yesterday all the way up from Wichita, Kansas, down into the Waco, Killeen, and Temple area, down in central portions of Texas, especially south of Dallas for sure, southeast or southwest, I should say, Oklahoma. Anywhere from 1 inch to 2.5 inches were reported. Most of the hail reports from yesterday were 1 inch, but some in one location in Oklahoma, we did see a report of over 2 inches. So getting a zoomed in look here in Wichita between on that I-35 corridor, and then going south, just south of Dallas, and east or west of the I-35 corridor. So that was yesterday, and that same system is giving us more chances for severe storms today and tomorrow for your weekend. And this is what that looks like for tomorrow for your hail forecast. We're looking at 1.5 inches to 1.75 inches at the most for tomorrow. It's really going to be more of a tornado and wind event for your Saturday afternoon, even Saturday morning for tomorrow. So a low risk for this. That's still a possibility if we can get some isolated thunderstorms to really ramp up and produce some larger hail. We could see that tomorrow, and same goes for today. So that wind threat is going to, as that line moves east and southeast and northeast going into portions of Columbia, Charleston, South Carolina, and Georgia, that wind risk is going to increase, and we're going to see a moderate chance for some high winds for your Saturday. And same goes for the tornado risk. Not sure what's going on with the graphic here. Okay, there it goes. Tomorrow, we're going to see a low to moderate threat for tornadoes for tomorrow. So something to be aware of for your Saturday. And this is the most at-risk cities for tomorrow. So Columbus, Georgia, Columbia, South Carolina, moderate to high risk for high winds and possible isolated tornadoes. Not everyone in this area is going to see tornadoes, but it is a possibility that someone in that swath and in that moderate risk area could see a brief tornado or two in that area. The shear is there, like I said, the rotation is definitely something that we're looking at, and the ingredients are there for that. So Savannah, Georgia is definitely in that risk as well, along with Charleston and Atlanta. You're in a low to moderate risk for that. So you guys aren't exactly in the worst of it for tomorrow, but you are kind of on the edge of it, so something to be aware of. So here's that future track for your Saturday here, starting the clock at 1 p.m. And we got some isolated activity going on along and around the Charleston and south in the Savannah area along Highway 16, and that's going to move off to the east as we get further along in the day for Saturday. And this is just one particular data set. Other data sets were showing more isolated things going on here along that Highway 16 in just south of Atlanta in central portions of Georgia earlier in the morning, and then moving off to the east for Saturday, or for your Saturday, and moving off to the east for tomorrow evening. So we're going to look at that instability again. In this swath area, that's where you see the most instability. That's where we're going to see that possibility for brief tornadoes to happen in that area. Some tornadoes could be longer lived as well if there are some, but that's a low to moderate risk for that. So that's all risks and hazards are on the table. High winds and some tornadoes are possible in this area for Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening, even as early as Saturday morning possibly in portions of Georgia for tomorrow. So moisture is also an ingredient that we look at, and it's there. We're very moist down in the southeast today, this afternoon, and that moisture is just going to move off to the east and the southeast for Saturday, and that's going to help prime the atmosphere for severe storms for today and tomorrow. So, but that front came in. We're a lot cooler in the plains after yesterday, so we're much cooler today in the 50s for some of us into the central plains. And that's all I have for you guys today. We'll keep you guys updated. You guys can follow us at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. You guys can also give us a phone call at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com. Or if you guys would like a demo and some more information about us, you can scan the QR code, take a picture of it, or go to hailtrace.com.